Hi fans of high quality entertainment. It's time for me to let you know what my 10 favorite albums are from 1969. And I did do a poll in my community for the years 1969, 1970, 1971, 1972, and 1973. And 1969 won with 35% of the votes. But, you know, in time I will do all of the years. Just all over the place. So, what I do to try and find the albums from a certain year is I go to Rate Your Music, I go to the charts, and I select the year, like 1969, and I just go through the whole charts of the top 200 albums. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to miss some albums that weren't in the charts. I also check my CD collection, but there is a chance I will miss one or two because there were a lot of great albums released in 1969. But I have selected my top 10. And remember, these are more favorite than best. So they're my favorites. But some of these albums, I wish I could squeeze them into the top 10 because they're so good. And they include the debut album by Yes, simply called Yes, Jefferson Airplane's Volunteers, Procol Harum's A Salty Dog, the Rolling Stones' Let It Bleed, Joe Cocker with A Little Help from My Friends, Creedence Clearwater Revival, they actually had two, Green River and, Willie and the Poor Boys. Neil Young, Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere, The Band, Bob Dylan, thank you, with Nashville Skyline, Joni Mitchell, Clouds, The Doors, The Soft Parade, Neil Young's debut album, Joe Cocker with the exclamation mark, Jethro Tull, Stand Up, Sly and the Family Stone, Stand. The Moody Blues had two albums, On the Threshold of a Dream and To Our Children's Children's Children. David Bowie with his, I guess it's his second album, but he would call it his debut because he didn't like the one that was released in 1967. It's also known as Space Oddity, at least in the States. Santana, their debut album. King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King. Not in my top 10, but that doesn't mean I don't still think it's a great album. Jeff Beck, or the Jeff Beck Group, I guess, Beckola. Captain Beefheart, Trout Mask Replica. Janis Joplin, Sorry Glenn. I Got Dem Old Cosmic Blues Again, Mama. And the Stooges debut. So here we go with my top 10 favorites from 1969, in order. And this was so difficult. Even looking at it now, it's like, maybe I should switch that over to that one. You know what? I'm going to actually, because, you know, when I say favorites, it's like, well, which one of these albums would I play first? And I just spit. I just spit on my CDs. That's a first. I apologize, CDs. Okay, here we go. And I'll let you know which one I switched in a minute. So number 10 is the third album by the Velvet Underground, simply called The Velvet Underground. Candy Says, What Goes On with that long instrumental passage I love. Pale Blue Eyes, Jesus, what a beautiful song that is. And yes, Lou Reed could sing back in the day. The whole album, even the Murder Mystery. Number 10. Number 9, the second album by the Power Trio, Grand Funk Railroad. If you like heavy rock music with lots of great guitar work and an upfront bass just right in your face, that rhymes. then you need to listen to Grand Funk's Red Album. Number 9. Number 8 might be a little low for some of my viewers out there, but I just have other favorites. But it's still a superb album. It is Led Zeppelin 2. Number 7. This is what got me into jazz rock, to appreciate jazz rock music. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Number 6, and I've been listening to this recently for a reason, as you'll know in a minute. And I think Sam St. John, Glenn Kellaway, and me are going to, in the next week or so, we're going to rank all of the songs together from their first 2 albums. And it is the debut album by Crosby, Stills and Nash. And of course the next one was with Neil Young. But we're going to put all the songs in these 2 albums together and rank them. And believe me, it's difficult. I've been listening to this a couple more times since David Crosby's passing. And even the songs I never really thought about that much before, like You Don't Have to Cry, Lady of the Island by Graham Nash. It's beautiful, the way he blends with David Crosby's vocals. I just noticed there's bonus tracks on this. I hardly ever listen to bonus tracks. I just mainly care about the main album. But I am going to listen to these bonus tracks. Do for the Others, Song with No Words, Everybody's Talking, and I guess another version of Teach Your Children. So number 5 was number 3 until I thought it over, and I just switched it because my third choice I play a lot more through the years than this one. But this is still a great friggin' album. That's right, I said friggin'. The Who, Tommy. One of the greatest double live albums ever. Number 4, a year ago, or even half a year ago, it wouldn't even be on my list, my top 100, because I never listened to the full album until the Glenn Kellaway From the Basement CD exchanges that we were doing. And it is The Kinks, Arthur, or The Decline and Fall of the British Empire. My favorite Kinks album. So number 2, it moved up from 5 to 2. No, to 3, sorry, 3. There was a CD hiding. Don't you hide. Spit on my CDs and I talk to my CDs. Yeah, number 3. One of my favorites from my childhood. I think, I think music when you're younger really gets into your soul. And so those albums from the early years just mean a bit more to me and to you. For some of you out there. And it is Blind Faith, the first and only album by Blind Faith. With, of course, Steve Winwood, Rick Gretsch, Ginger Baker, and some guy named Eric Clapton. Whatever happened to him? Number 2 is, for me, the greatest debut album of all time, but it's not number 1 on this list. It is number 2. It is Led Zeppelin. And number 1's Abbey Road. What else would it be? Although I guess your list could be different, and you could have Abbey Road at number 2 or 3. It's okay. I won't get too upset. But for me, yeah, number 1. And that is it. I would love your thoughts in the comments section below. What are your favorite albums from 1969? Thanks for watching. Have a great day.